Welcome to the Town of Deerfield Selectboard Board of Health and Sewer Commissioners meeting for February 11th, 2026. Time is 6 p.m. This is a hybrid meeting, both on Zoom and in the main meeting room at 8 Conway Street, South Deerfield, Mass. This meeting will be held in a hybrid fashion with the opportunity for both in-person attendance and remote participation. Please note that while an option for remote attendance and/or participation is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting or hearing will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with a particular interest in any specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance accordingly. The meeting will be held in person in the main meeting room at Deerfield Municipal Offices. In accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, anyone intending to record the meeting must identify themselves to the clerk and provide their name and address for the record. So I'll call the meeting to order. First start with public comment, if there's any comments on anything on the agenda or otherwise. And if not, we'll jump into our hearings. Seeing none at the moment. We have start off with a couple of all alcoholic beverage liquor license. The first one will be a hearing for Magic Wings, and I will start that. Make a motion to, let's see, pursuant to General Law, Chapter 138, Section 12, the Deerfield General Bylaws, Chapter 247, the Deerfield Select Board and Board of Health, as the local licensing authority, will hold a public hearing on February 11th, 2026 at 6 p.m. on an application to transfer an on-premises all alcohol beverage liquor license from Magic Wings, Inc. to Magic Events, LLC, for the property located at 281 Greenfield Road, South Deerfield, Mass. Meetings are being held in a hybrid fashion with the opportunity for both in-person attendance and or remote participation. All the other stuff I just said, so welcome. And you almost have to eat the mic, but yeah, just introduce yourselves.
No problem. Thank you so much for your time tonight. My name is Josh Goldstein. I'm the attorney here on behalf of Magic Events, LLC, and my address is 33 State Street, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Welcome.
Hello, I'm Victoria Tubbs, the new owner of Magic Wings and Magic Events, and my address is 8 River Street, Greenfield, Massachusetts.
Well, thank you. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, and if it's okay with you, I'll
Please.
Just jump into a brief overview.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
So again, my name is Josh Goldstein, and here along with me is Victoria Tubbs, the new owner of Magic Wings and the proposed manager of record of the liquor license. As you may know, Magic Wings is a butterfly conservatory and garden located at 281 Greenfield Road. And it also includes a food court / cafe that's attached to the business. The applicant closed on the purchase of the business on January 15th of this year in 2026, but of course has not been serving alcoholic beverages since. The applicant will mainly utilize the liquor license for events. They have weddings, ceremonies, birthdays, stuff like that. We were just actually at the business, and it's a very large building. There's so much room for growth, and I'm really excited to see what Victoria does as time goes on. Like I said, there's this food court / cafe that could they could turn into a mini cafe / restaurant. So there's a lot of room for opportunity there.
Great.
The proposed manager of record, Victoria, has had many jobs in the restaurant business and otherwise involving the pouring and serving of alcoholic beverages. So she's used to this and has had experience. She understands that holding a liquor license is a significant privilege and not a right. Victoria's tip certified in the pouring and serving of alcoholic beverages and will always be at the premises when selling alcoholic beverages. Of course, all staff who are legally allowed to sell alcoholic beverages will also be tip certified as well. The applicant is very excited for this new opportunity, this new venture, and looks forward to being a part of and contributing to the Deerfield community. Thank you very much for your time, and we respectfully request that you approve this application.
Thank you very much for that overview, and welcome to Deerfield. Really excited that you're taking over, and that my one question I always ask is, are your tips trained? So it's nice to hear, and that you'd make sure all the staff are as well. We're very excited to see what comes of the place as well, and excited to patronize it too and come and enjoy it. Any questions from the board?
I'm just happy that you finally were able to complete the transaction. I know that when it came out in the early days that you were pretty excited, and you still seem to be excited, so that's good.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How large is the staff you're gonna have on hand? I mean, you're gonna have people in the butterfly section itself, but what about the food court?
Well, for right now, we're just starting out, so we have to take slow steps. But eventually, I would like to have events and bridal. Like, we already have weddings there, which is great. And usually we have 4 to 5 staff work a wedding.
Yeah.
So it would be the equivalent for an event or when we go ahead and if we want to open up the restaurant again, it would probably be like double that, so 18.
Yeah. Okay.
Somewhere in there. But that's a long way off. Right now, I just need it for events
Yep.
and weddings.
That's
fine. A good time.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember doing early days. We would do our select board meetings there too as well. And
Oh, maybe we can do that again.
not select board meeting here, but Franklin County Select
Yeah.
Board Association we would do. No, we don't serve during our normal meetings.
Different
Unless it's
meeting.
a tough meeting.
Coca-Cola's okay.
Yes, exactly. Great. Any comments or questions from the audience members? Any comments from staff? I assume all the paperwork's in order. Talked to Chief already. He's good with. He didn't have any issues to bring about. So, if not, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Okay. All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Oh, sorry. Second. Go ahead. All those
Second.
In favor? Thank you. All those in favor of closing the hearing?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Okay.
You got it right.
Gotta get it done.
Yes.
By your turn, we'll have it all settled.
Okay, so I move the select board approve the transfer of the on-premise all alcohol beverages liquor license from Magic Wings Inc. to Magic Events LLC for the property located at 281 Greenfield Road, South Deerfield, Mass., subject to approval by the Alcoholic Beverages Control Commission and the satisfaction of all local and state requirements. We have a second. Thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Wonderful. Well, we'll get that signed.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, very
Good
excited.
luck.
So this here. Back to you. Thank you. So we have a couple minutes because by law we have to do it at 6:15. So maybe a couple of minutes to do some other business and then we'll jump into that hearing. I guess we could approve the minutes. Let's see, let me jump down. So we have, I'll make a motion to move the select board approve the minutes for February 4th, 2026 as presented.
Second.
Okay, any discussions or changes or anything? No? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, abstain.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Okay, passes.
It was a very long meeting, though, I gotta ask.
I know, it was a It was a fast one.
Wish I was here.
Right.
I think that's maybe why it went so quickly.
Right. Let's see. I also, looking here, we have a letter of support for Senator Comerford's bill on rural schools. It's Senate Bill 314, an act to provide a sustainable future for rural schools. It's a letter to Senator Comerford and Representative Whips on supporting rural school funding. And I'm not going to read the whole letter now, but I would make a motion to approve the letter of support.
Second.
Thank you. Any other discussions on this?
I want to thank Greg Snedeker, I think, helped pull this together, right?
Author? Thank
Who
you.
is, got a strong background in rural schools and regionalization, et cetera, so he covered all the bases. And
Yep, looks good.
I was just going to say that I included Whips, Representative Whips, just because Natalie Blaze resigned, and
Yes.
I know Suzanne has been involved in this as well, so.
yep,
We get
Great.
both the House and the Senate side.
Perfect.
oh, did we vote?
Did we vote?
No,
No.
I don't
Do
think
we
so.
have a second?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, all those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. We're gonna get this right for you pretty soon. There, we still have a couple of minutes.
You could do the sticker contest pretty quick, probably.
Yeah? Do we have anybody in the audience? We do. Yes, all right. Cassie's here. Why don't you step on up, Cassie, and tell us about this program. And come on, have a seat. Have a seat. Tell us about this. We're so excited. Yeah, come on up. Come on up to the front seat.
Yes.
These are super great. I'm so excited to do this. Yeah, have a seat right there. Yeah, I'd love to know which sticker was yours.
You can pull that right into you.
Yeah,
Pull that thing right towards you.
there you go.
My name's Winslow McCulley, and I did the sticker contest.
Nice.
Yeah.
You did a great job. Congratulations on the winning.
Very good job.
Do I have? Oh, that's the one. Oh, very nice.
So just for the
Nice job. Great artwork.
just for the audience's edification, we had an I voted sticker contest. So obviously, whenever you vote, you get the little sticker, and we had a contest for some grade school students. So one of the winners right in front of you here. So congrats to her.
Yes, congratulations. Wonderful.
However, which you can't see, but I'm going to show them
Yes.
from different age groups. So
Trying to find my list.
thank
here,
you
too.
so much.
Yeah, that's great.
Not really.
Vote, right? You want to say vote. Come out and vote.
It took me not long, like a day.
Oh, yeah? Pretty good artist, I must say.
Yeah, I like the colors.
Yeah, they look great. It really stood out.
And I voted for this one, I'm just telling you.
So the Deerfield Elementary students were invited to participate in an I Voted sticker contest where the chosen designs from 3 age categories were to be crafted and are to be used in our 2026 annual town election I Voted stickers. Cassie writes, I respectfully request the select board announce the winning designs at the regular meeting on February 11th, 2026, after a vote by town hall staff. These names of the artists whose designs were chosen. So kindergarten through second grade was Sawyer Benson. We have a hold up of, I don't guess I don't.
Oh, yeah, I did it.
Yeah, we did that already. Yep. And then third and fourth grade, Winslow McCauley, and fifth and sixth grade was Kate O'Brien. So congratulations to you. Thank you so much. Really can't wait to put those stickers on this fall. Good job. Very nice. Thank you again. Perfect timing. Okay. We'll welcome Tavern up, Tavern Sports Bar. So I will read this hearing notice. So, let's see, Town of Deerfield Select Board of Health Notice of Public Hearing pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 138, Section 12, the Deerfield General Bylaws, Chapter 247, the Deerfield Select Board of Health, as local licensing authority, will hold a public hearing on February 11th, 2026 at 6:15 p.m. on an application of the Tavern Sports Bar LLC for multiple transactions, change of LLC manager, change of LLC ownership interest, change of stock interest, change of pledge, change of ABCC manager for annual on-premise all alcohol beverages liquor license for the property located at 2C Elm Street, South Deerfield, Mass. 01373. So meetings are being held in hybrid fashion with both opportunity for in-person attendance and remote participation. So I'll call the hearing to order and welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm Christy Bodine. I'm the attorney for the applicant. By a waived conflict of interest, I'm actually representing both sides. So Missy Clark,
Okay.
who's got many,
Missy.
many years' experience as a bartender, is buying the Tavern Sports Bar from Robert Patrizzi.
Very nice.
It's the paperwork that you have is actually for the entire transaction, but this particular hearing is for an initial purchase of 50% interest.
Okay.
Okay, and then once, I think 6 months or so down the road, we'll be coming back to you to approve the second 50%
Okay.
interest transfer. So it's a big mouthful of ABCC documents
Yes.
to affect the sale of the bar
Okay.
to Missy. So and
That's
she's
great.
been actually working there for how many months now? About 6 months.
Okay.
So on the job training.
Good.
But how many years of experience? 20 years.
20
as
years.
Bartender, bar manager. She's
Great.
tip certified. She's serve
Serve safe.
safe certified. There you
Good.
go. And she's really excited to make this official and
Yeah, it's a big
get
step.
things on the road. Yeah.
A big step.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So if you have any questions on the application or about the operation, let me know and we
Yeah.
can talk.
I assume all your staff are tip certified as well.
Yes, and anyone that I bring in will
Yep.
be required to take it.
Good. I talked to Chief, and I think we're in good shape there, and filled out all the paperwork and licenses and insurance and all. Do you have any
all that
questions
much
for
in
the
front of
board?
me, so what are your hours of operation?
We are now currently 7 days a week, different days for different hours. Obviously, some require more hours because it's busier days. I have Monday through Wednesday is 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thursdays and Sundays are 1 to 11, and Fridays and Saturdays are 1 to 1 a.m.
Okay.
Are you doing anything with food there, or is it just?
No, I'm certified. I have that documentation that the manager aspect of the whole round where I can prepare food. So for things like Super Bowl Sunday, I
Mhm.
put out a spread of food
Yeah.
just for events like that. But it's non-purchase. It's come in, enjoy the sports on the television, and
Yeah.
help yourself to all the food.
Okay.
There's no food prep on premises.
No.
Right, just bring it in.
It's
Yeah.
prepared food being brought in.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. Good. Any questions
Blake beat me to it.
about the hours? Any comments from the public? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to close the hearing.
So moved.
Second?
Second,
Okay, all those in favor of closing the hearing?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hill, GI.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Great. Okay, so let's see. I move the select board approve the requested liquor license transactions for the Tavern Sports Bar LLC, including the change of LLC manager, change of LLC ownership interest, change of stock interest, change of pledge, and change of ABCC manager for the annual on-premises all alcoholic beverages liquor license at 2C Elm Street, South Deerfield, Massachusetts, subject to approval by the Alcoholic Beverages Control Commission and the satisfaction of all applicable requirements. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion?
Yeah, I just, as far as the 50/50 deal that's going on, we're just
Mhm.
we're approving the whole package tonight.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what you have in the motion there.
The
Yep.
50/50 thing is gonna come into play afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Well, they'll come back for the second purchase of the whole.
Right.
Okay.
It'll be basically, it'll be this exact same
Duplicate.
package, except that it's gonna be the remaining 50%
Right.
going to her.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really
Good
appreciate
luck.
it.
Thank you, yes,
Thank you so
welcome,
much.
thank you. Let's see. Thank you, have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yes, take care.
That brings it right down.
Okay, so we already supported the letter of support for rural schools. We have a vote. Let's see, actually, we have not had any select board announcements or Board of Health items, so I know Ned is here. Do you
I got a select board
want to
thing.
hit select board first
Yeah.
and then Board of Health? Sure.
So, I think we split duties last night on schools.
Yep.
I think Trevor, you and maybe Blake went to the
We did.
Frontier. I went to the Franklin Technical School presentation at GCC, where a lot of member towns were present to hear the initial presentation of the plan that's going to be put forward for a vote on October 6th from all 19 communities involved in the support of this facility. The big takeaways are it's going to be very expensive, and a lot of towns were shocked by the amount of money that it's going to cost to build this project if it's approved. For Deerfield, the initial estimate is about $680,000 a year for 30 years, and that's before the cost of sending students to the school. Many of the towns expressed the opinion that in order to finance this, they would have to approve an override.
Yeah.
And if their citizens don't approve an override, that they will likely have to cut services in order to meet their obligations under the agreement for the school. So for instance, Deerfield is responsible for 9.08% of the total cost of the project, which is, after 30 years of interest, I believe it's in the 250 million range, even though the total cost of the project is supposed to be 250 million, of which the state will pay a varying degree from
50% roughly, under.
Yeah,
little under that.
it will vary because it's eligible costs. So things like if there were a pool, it wouldn't be an eligible cost.
Right.
And so it's unclear to me exactly how much we would be looking at, but it probably would definitely put us in an override territory, and it's going to highlight the need for us to be very fiscally responsible during this budgeting season. I was happy to hear that Frontier regional budget seems to be
So far.
reasonable, and I
So
defer
far.
to I
Yeah.
defer to you guys to tell me that.
I will do that.
And so overall, the design was interesting. I found out that the MBSA doesn't allow flexibility, the Municipal School Building Authority. There's a 600 student capacity, so they can't reduce it, even though we're having declining enrollment and the student population's declining in the region. So this is the only game in town. I asked the question, well, what could you build for 125 million, for instance? And, well, nothing, because, we'd have to build a smaller school, and it's not allowed. This is an oversimplification, but it's definitely going to be an interesting process.
Tim, is there going to be more discussion on this before this thing comes to a vote?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to. I would recommend that we have public meetings about it in our own town, and maybe we give Rick Martin a chance to come and talk to the citizens directly. He's the superintendent of the school. They did a great job presenting, and the way it works is if on the day that the vote takes place, this is my understanding, whoever turns out, if 51 people vote for it and 50 people vote against it, it obligates all 19 towns to pay the share that they are required to pay and to figure out how they're going to pay for it. So it's a big ask.
It's a big ask. I think it's, well, a couple things. So it's needed for the school because the school was built in early 70s and it has had a couple of windows, some roof stuff done, some overhead doors, but nothing else other than they have built some other programs here and there.
And where did you go to school, Trevor?
Went to Franklin County Tech, proud 1989. Go Eagles.
Just want that to be clear. Not
Totally
that there's
clear.
any favoritism.
There's no favoritism because it's a lot of money. I guess just being blunt though, it is needed. The school is in rough shape, and it costs a boatload of money to build a technical school. It's hard. It's going to be difficult to deal with. I think it's probably one of the biggest projects that'll happen in our county for a very long time, and would love to find other ways to be able to support that. I agree it would have to be an override. I'm making a list of multiple reasons why we need an override. I keep talking about that. Talked about it for years, but nobody wants to talk about it. But it's true. We have a lot of factors that are going to need to be addressed as far as health insurance, funding our seniors, doing a lot of funding the schools, funding insurance. There's a lot of I have a big list going. So we'll chat about that at some point. But I think. Yeah, it's a jaw-dropping number. I think it's more than I thought it was a month ago or so when I went to the hearing on it. But yeah, we'll continue to look at this. But it's going to be one of those things. While there's declining enrollment, it seems to be doing just fine. I mean, I think there's a really important need for technical education. And a lot of kids just don't go to college, but a lot of people I know that have graduated from there have started businesses, and it's a valuable education. I think it's important, but it is a huge liability for a lot of the communities. So we'll have to figure out how that all shakes out.
Yep, sort of finish my comments about this. I understand that I think technical education is a great thing, provides a different career paths for people. Mayor DeSorder from Greenfield was basically saying, I don't know where we're going to get $2 million a year to pay for our share. In Deerfield's case, we have a high EQV because we apparently are a wealthy community, and so we pay a disproportionately large share for 5,000 people. In this project. So we did ask questions like, well, what if it's rejected?
Yeah.
Well, then the MBSA will have to decide when they allow the school to come back to them and ask for another bite at the apple. Don't want to put the cart before the horse, but that seems to be a realistic option, that it gets voted down. If that happens, then there's the regular maintenance, which the school will probably come back to us for, which is also very expensive. So I think in my world, if I had a magic wand, I'd wave it and I'd say, MBSA, you need to be more flexible about how you allow people to build schools. But apparently that's not in the offing. So.
Yep.
That's the end of my rant.
So Blake and I both went to the Frontier presentation last night. It was not a hearing. Hearing is next month, but they were kind enough to let us, voice our opinions on, the state of the economics of funding the Frontier. So they were very gracious in letting us have a word. And they first came up with I think it was 6.9% increase, which was 900,000. I think it was going to be too much. They kind of gave a great budget overview, and then I think their subcommittee on budget had kind of put together a plan to fund 100,000 of that with rural aid, and then to cut staff, and some through attrition and others through positions, to cut another 300,000 out of that budget to kind of come in around a $400 and something thousand increase over last year, which Deerfield's share of that is in the 2.44% range, which is definitely more reasonable for us. They will also be asking for, they were going to ask for a 10%. They need to do over the parking lot. We've been talking about for a while, since we did the bond a while back, several years back. The parking lot is the next project on the capital plan. They plan to pay for, I think, 90% of that out of school choice and other funds, and then they would assess the towns just 10% of that. So we'd probably be looking at a $50,000 in that range ask from them for our participation in the parking lot project, and then the assessment. So it still needs to go before their hearing, and there may be some changes, but that's kind of where it looks at the moment. So it looks at least better than we thought, and thank them for cutting where they could to make it palatable. And I'm hoping, rumor has it, maybe DES is going to be in a good spot for Deerfield too. There are other towns that are just, Sunderland is is going to struggle as well. That's just because of demographics and change of enrollment and all of that stuff. They're in a much tougher spot. Hopefully they can find a way to work with that. So I think that's it as far as announcements. But is Ned is here, I think?
He is, yeah, and I'm sure he's just stepped away for a minute. I was just going to mention we've got, I believe, a finance committee meeting on the 23rd, and I believe Rick Martin is going to be speaking to the Franklin Tech budget then. So
great,
yeah.
That's good. That's good. Welcome, Ned. How are you tonight?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, doing good.
Good.
So I saw you did forward on the information on the Board of Health members to take some of that training. So thank you for that. We'll get on that link.
That is not a requirement from what I understand.
Highly
but
encouraged.
It's highly recommended.
Yes.
But,
I remember doing it in Pittsfield, I think maybe the first year or so that I was elected, and I think it's good to have a refresher. A lot of things have changed. And it's always good to do that. So we'll track that down and do that. Anything else you're working on, or
no, I just wanted to, there was a company I've been working, kind of going emails with, and about some of the opioid spending funds. And it's BioBot. I'm sure you've heard of it. They do some of our wastewater testing now.
Yeah.
But they also do other types of testing for opioids and certain prescription drugs and other different things that might lead to addiction. So I'm working on getting some better data from her, but they're based out of Cambridge, and they work with a lot of communities in the state already, so including us in Greenfield. But this is just more expanding on it, and I'd like to see what it looks like, at least maybe for the first year, and then go from there. But that would be probably about $20,000 a year.
So I'm trying to understand what is the benefit to people who are addicted to opioids?
Well, it shows us, it gives us live data. If we have a certain area or a certain drug that's becoming more prevalent here. But it gives live data on all types of addictive substances. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, when I get more information from her, I can forward that along to you.
Yep.
It will probably explain a little bit better.
Okay.
And I just wanted to mention for context, because I know there was a little bit of a connection issue there, but so this is, Ned's been looking at ways to use the opioid settlement funds,
Right.
and then would just kind of emphasize something he said. So BioBot, we work with them
We
for
do.
our wastewater treatment plant,
Yep.
COVID monitoring, that kind of thing. So just so people caught that, because I wasn't sure it came
Yeah.
through.
Okay. All right. And you've been dealing with a couple of housing issues. I think you've got that under control at the moment, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, pretty much under control right now.
All right.
So other
Thank you.
than, I mean, we're just waiting on the school bus to hear back from the attorney.
Sure. Had we, I can't remember where we were at with the, Stillwater Road. I think we were waiting for maybe another court case or something on that with the disposition of.
Yeah, the Romanowski properties.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I believe the lien was.
Executed or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Forgetting the exact word for it. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was released, I think.
Thank you.
Released to him. So he,
Right.
the person who had done all the work can now do some work to it. Yeah, Aubert to hopefully develop it.
Right.
Love to see some houses
Yeah,
up there.
hopefully it was released to him. It actually goes for a public
Yep.
first, but normally it does go to the receiver.
Yeah. I would
So.
love to see him develop that property for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much.
Okay,
All right.
have a good night.
You too.
Thanks.
Good night, Ned.
There's a vote on amendment number 1 to the electric service agreement with First Point Power LLC to increase retail prices by 0.0116 kilowatt hours, right?
Sure.
What does that all mean?
So we were contacted last month by Colonial Power, and they assembled kind of a quick meeting with all the town administrators and everyone who had been involved in getting the community aggregation contracts set up back in, I believe it was June. Craig provided a great summary in there of the issue, but I'll do my best to stumble through it as well. So essentially, ISO New England will occasionally call up generators to actually start, being prepared to generate power and ahead of time. And because it's ahead of time, and they have this kind of startup cost every time they do that, there is a mechanism to provide a fee for that, and it's called DAISY. I'll probably get the acronym wrong, but Day Ahead Service something. I can't remember the
Increments or something?
Yeah. It's called DAISY, which sounds a lot nicer.
It does.
And essentially, in the past, Colonial Power basically budgeted a very small amount for that because they knew it would affect the rates. They didn't think it would be a lot. What we've seen since, I believe, November, which obviously it's been a very cold winter, there's been a lot of need for this kind of thing. There are probably some other factors as well, I would assume, but that number has just skyrocketed, and it's enough that Colonial Power was concerned that without actually raising the rates a little bit, we were not going to be able to meet our obligations under the contract. So they came back to us for a second meeting this past month and said, this is our plan. We suggest you go ahead and make this rate change now. I believe at the end of the day, this is, $7 on an average bill. Right. So it's not, it's not massive, but it's, it's something that we do need to actually acknowledge. Yep.
Yeah. And generally, I think most people would think, well, hey, you signed a contract, wait for next year. But it's really, we do 3 years at a time, I think, right, for this. So, So it's not like it's just,
It's a 36-month
36
contract.
months.
Yep.
Right, yeah, exactly. So,
34.
34. Thank you. That's right.
so, yeah, I get that. Okay.
And I
go
was
ahead.
just curious, going forward, this is going to be the rate. It's not going to go back down.
Correct. Yep. Yep.
And in case, unless we have another intense heat or cold, which kicks in another day ahead thing.
Right, and I think, just based on some of the comments of some of the communities that were on there, we had Claire Chang from the town of Gill on there, just, opining that this is probably an issue that our legislators are going to want to look into, because this is really not, it's a bit unprecedented what we're seeing. So I would not be surprised if...
You mean the cold or the charges?
The charges, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the cold.
Cold too,
'Cause,
causing the charges.
we're aggregating power from somewhere out in the, in Dallas or something.
Yeah.
I mean, we're buying from a company out there, so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, regardless, there will probably be more discussion on the overarching issue, but for our purposes, we will have to raise the rates somewhat. Yeah.
Okay. I move the Select Board approve Amendment 1 to the electric service agreement with First Point Power LLC to increase retail prices by 0.0116 per kilowatt hour and authorize the town administrator to execute all related documents.
Second.
Thank you. My other question, however, is like a lot of times there's a lot of notice that goes out to people. Is Colonial kind of going to send out a note?
I believe they're going to be providing some information around, and this should also not be, I think, coming online until like April.
Okay.
So they are already going to see bills decreasing at that point. So it's hopefully going to soften the blow a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, just one
Sure.
other thing. You mentioned Claire Chang. Is it she that suggested that people attend a meeting of ISO New England?
That's right.
On February 27 to ask about these fees? And do we know where that meeting is going to take place? Is it in here?
Yeah, I believe it's got a link, but give me one moment. I'll
Okay,
pull it up.
well,
Yeah, it's a remote meeting, so we'll we may just want to make that available on the town website.
perfect, thank you.
Okay. All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
You struggling?
I'd like to see, that let the lawyers work this out. I'm against it.
Aye. Passes 2-1. All right. It's all on you, Blake. It's all your fault.
Vote
all your-
first, 'cause then I would have voted no.
I'm glad I.
Rookie.
That's
Rookie.
that's the
Rookie.
No.
I'm still looking at these charts.
that's the burden of being vice chair.
That's
so.
right. Next year, it's all you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we also have the vote on sale of surplus property disposition for this is the Old Town building.
The barn.
The
yes.
barn, yep. Okay, so I have a motion here on that. So this was 2, 1.
Wait, I'm in favor of this.
Me too.
Okay, so Select Board convey to, motion to the Select Board convey to Orfall Americas, Inc., the land known as Parcel A, as shown on a plan of land entitled Subdivision Approval Not Required Plan of Land in Deerfield, Massachusetts, prepared for the town of Deerfield scale at 1 foot equals 50 feet, dated September 30th, 2016, prepared by Harold L. Eaton and Associates, Inc., registered professional land surveyors, 235 Russell Street, Hadley, Massachusetts, recorded in the Massachusetts County Registry of Deeds in Plan Book 140, page 41, as authorized pursuant to Article 5 of the April 28th and 30th, 2008 Deerfield Annual Town Meeting, and further to authorize the chair, Trevor D. McDaniel, to execute and enter into any and all documents necessary to effectuate the sale of said property.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchi, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Thank you. So we'll do that.
Due to our great negotiating skills, Orifel offered more money than the appraised value of the land.
Wonderful.
So I want to thank everyone involved in that.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah, and I would actually mostly thank Alex Galloway for getting that ball across the goal line.
Oh, I guess we
It's been a
all
while.
sign this one anyways. So.
That's great. It'll look nicer when that piece of construction is gone.
And then we have this. We have. I move the Select Board approve the extension of the land lease agreement with New England Public Media (NEPM) for town-owned property on Old Pine Nook Road, and authorize the town administrator to execute the extension and any related documents. Have a second.
Second.
Thank you for discussion. So, just so people are aware, this is the tower that we have up on the ridge, and we lease a spot for an antenna for public radio, and the lease has dwindled from years past to down to this lease will go from $500 to $1, and I think that is, do I have a motion here on this? Yes, I already read that. So, yeah, so that, I think it's important to make sure that public radio still has a voice and a place to broadcast from, and I think it's important that we do our part as a public entity to allow that as residents, to make sure that that voice gets out there, because more and more it's swallowed up by commercial radio and all kinds of other ways, and I think public radio is really important, and so I support this for sure. But
Just curious about, is this parcel in any way related to the work that we did on the ridge or is that other Comcast or other?
It's the same building.
Same tower.
So I think same tower, there's just, they got a little antenna on there too.
And the reason why the lease agreement has gone down is because they've depreciated the asset, or what is the?
I think they just don't have the money to fund, really. I think we've had a lease of, it was $1,500 10 years ago. Then it was, or maybe 10 years ago, it was reduced to $500. I'm not sure we've ever really collected on that. Again, public radio doesn't have much money, and it's even worse in this
Especially
administration. Yeah.
No, that's great.
Yep. But I think it's.
And
but I think that's it.
I would mention the lease does provide for some underwriting announcements for
Yes.
the town of Deerfield as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should. I think that
We should follow up on
we
that.
should follow up on that for sure, because I think there's areas where we would love to show how much Deerfield supports public radio, and maybe we can have some other
So I'm
things.
thinking Christopher could do the announcements for us.
I think so too. Great radio voice.
I think Greg's got a little bit more
Yeah,
of the
there we
radio.
go. What about Sarah from FCAT?
Yes, exactly.
No? Okay, well, that's good.
All right.
We ready to vote?
Yes. All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchi, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've got some board committee application stuff. So we have to vote on the acceptance of resignation of David Sharp from the Zoning Board of Appeals. So I move that the Select Board regretfully accept the resignation of David Sharp from the Zoning Board of Appeals with appreciation for his service to the town.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
I'd just like to say that it was great to have David on the committee because he's a lawyer,
Mhm.
and ZBA deals with a lot of sometimes not easy to understand legal concepts. They seem like they should be easy, but sometimes they aren't.
Yeah.
And he was always a voice of calm and reason.
Yep. Yeah,
Absolutely, I agree with that.
I've worked with David on the school committee for years, and then, of course, he's been on our finance committee as well, and just a great servant to the town. And I hope that when the time is right, he can come back and join us in a variety of roles. So all those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilge, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye. There is a motion for Elaine Cornier to be appointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals, but
I think Denise Mason, who's the vice chair of the CIPC, and maybe Blake.
I don't
can
have any
speak
info
to
on
who
her
she
at all.
is. And,
Yeah.
Are you aware of her?
No.
I think it's the CIPC, but anyway, Denise Mason is here, I think, for that purpose, so.
Sure. Hi,
Hello.
in the middle of
Denise.
eating dinner, but yes, I'd like to put in my 2 cents. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, Elaine she's been in CAPC, I think, for a couple of years. She has sort of a quiet presence, but she's a very intelligent woman. And, I just saw her recently. She said, I want to, I put in my application for ZBA because I really want to give back to the community. She's got some more time. And I would highly recommend her. I think she's really very smart, really interesting person. And Blake, she serves, you probably don't know her.
Once you explained that,
Yeah.
I knew exactly who she was. So
Yeah, no, but she's great. I think she would be a great addition.
And you think she has the skills to provide
Oh, yeah,
to the board?
definitely.
she does.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and I spoke with her, I think, at one of the weekend events. Maybe it was the
Right.
Engage
Yep.
conversation she attended while you were presenting, Trevor.
Oh, okay.
so-
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Did we make a motion, or did we
Not
make a
yet.
motion?
Well, no, we didn't make a motion yet. We were just talking about it, but
Okay.
normally we usually have more info, but okay.
We could.
I did ask her if she could attend, but she was unable to this evening.
Okay.
So,
That's
sorry about
That's
that.
fine.
And we could certainly
You-
postpone the vote.
Okay.
We could postpone the vote till the 25th if we wanted.
No, I think
No,
if there's
I think we can do
consensus
this.
to the board, we'll move on.
Mhm.
We're consensus to the board here, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Yep.
in favor of.
All right. So I move the select board appoint Elaine Cornier to the, I hope I have the name right, Cornier to the
Yep.
Zoning Board of Appeals for a term to be determined in accordance with the statute contingent upon approval by said board.
Second.
Odd wording.
It's a little
What is that
mouthful.
wording? Like for as long as we want, or contingent upon what? Where are we? We usually have like filling out a specific term of
Yeah.
something or other, but no.
I think
It's-
until a person dies, I think that's the
No, that'd be no.
oh, okay.
Yeah, in this
Zone-
case,
zoning
it's
board of
just
no more
completing
appeals.
completing David's term.
Of
so-
David's, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I get you. I
Right.
get you. All right,
Yeah.
got it. All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilge, aye.
Trevor McDaniel, aye.
I'm trying to say Trevor and Daniel, aye.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'm going to
Thank
finish
you.
my dinner.
Yeah, thank you.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Hungry too. Vote on the Finance Committee representative on Capital Improvement Planning Committee, do we have?
We had that as a placeholder. Haven't had an opportunity to discuss, but
Okay.
Mark Brennan's time is freed up again, and so I was
Okay.
going to talk to him and Margaret about who
See
wants
who
to be the
wants to.
finance
Okay.
committee rep on that.
So
So
we can do that next meeting? Okay.
exactly. Yep.
All right. Let's see, unanticipated, we have zero emission vehicle policy renew and discussion. What's that? I didn't see anything in the packet on that. Is that next
Yeah,
time?
it's in the back, but yeah, I don't know.
It is in the back?
Mostly just bringing this back
Oh.
to folks' attention. I think Tim mentioned this last time around. So this was a policy that was looked at by town meeting. It's one of the three pieces of that.
Well, I thought this was the policy that the town already had. Don't we?
Oh no, sorry. This is maybe there's a miscommunication here.
Yeah, I think probably there was. I understood that we had a policy that was somewhat like this,
Oh, okay,
And,
gotcha.
I heard it referenced, so maybe I'm misinformed.
Sounds like it's best to table this for the moment. We'll
Yeah.
Yeah.
get our
Yeah, just make sure.
yeah. We've reviewed, discussed, and we'll take it up next
Sounds
time.
good. That sounds good.
I mean, I think,
I thought, like you, I thought we had something.
yeah, and I
currently.
think at the town meeting, special town meeting, the three of us voted in favor of this, but
Right,
I-
something like this,
yeah,
right?
yeah, I mean, if this is
I'd
the
like
one
to-
that we voted on, this is the one we voted in favor of.
Right.
But I was just,
We'll be back next week.
yeah,
Let's bring it back.
bring it back.
Circle it up. All right.
Sorry about that confusion.
No,
Christopher.
it's okay. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
I know there was a couple of things you wanted to hit on too, but one of them was the memo to departments regarding position backfills. And let's see if I can find that. That was, so this is a letter that came out, or a memorandum that came out from the, do you want to just do this? in
Yeah,
your
so
report?
so
Yeah.
so I has not been issued yet, but
Okay.
given the challenges of the FY27 budget picture, thought it was prudent to advise department heads not to backfill vacant positions at this time. That could be for the remainder of FY26, but certainly defer to the board on their thoughts on that. So just wanted to bring it to your attention.
I read it, and I agree with it too, since that, they would, I guess, the idea is that if somebody left because of their budget constraints this year, trying to save up, as much as we can to deal with this budget, that the select board would need to authorize rehiring or adding new positions.
Filling for that position, yeah, and it does include, exemptions, so if there's serious critical public safety personnel that
Yep.
need to be filled, with that, they can just come to the board and let us know that. Yeah.
Okay, no, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I absolutely support it.
Yep.
I do too.
And it's just, in the best of all worlds, you lose a position and, you just think, oh, we'll just fill it. And yet, it may not be the right thing to do.
Agreed. Okay, so we support that, for sure. You just need a
Right.
concession,
Yep,
you don't
that's
need a vote.
that's fine.
Great, perfect. Any other things you wanted to hit on? Maybe the insurance?
Health insurance, just wanted to give a quick update. So, I believe I mentioned last time the Hampshire County Group Insurance Trust Insurance Advisory Committee had met. We'd heard from Hill Group, their consultant, that they were looking at, potentially some plan design changes, introducing deductibles, et cetera. Did just want to mention they'll also be kind of helping the towns through the, healthcare reform process. So that's basically a truncated bargaining period with our unions over any plan design changes, and so Hill Group did actually do a webinar for the towns. I believe there's a recording available online just to walk everyone through what that process looks like.
Okay.
And so we'll be talking more about that as things advance, and I just wanted to mention it to the board.
Okay.
And it's it's a 30-day negotiating period essentially. So things can't drag out like some of our bargaining tends to.
Right? Yep. Okay.
And we wouldn't be doing this until they actually come out with final numbers.
Right. So they'll run an analysis of their plan design changes and then compare that to other options and the current option. And a piece of this is also mitigation for employees. So if you're losing out because you all of a sudden have to pay a deductible or there are some other changes, some proportion of the savings that would be realized by the town go back to employees. So there is some mitigation in there.
Yep. And this chart was a 20-year rate increase or a 20% or a 16%.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Look at the differences between the two. Okay.
And currently we're budgeted for 20%, but again, could be lower, could be
Right.
16.
Right.
Not that that's exactly a steal, but
Exactly.
that's the world we live in today.
Especially
So, yeah.
after those two bumps. Okay. Any other?
Just real quick, I did want to mention Stillwater Bridge project. So we did get notification from MassDOT today that they have completed their MIPA review, so Massachusetts Environmental Protection Assessment. That could be the wrong acronym, but it's something like that.
Yep.
So that's been completed. That means the project can move forward. So at this point, we are finally ready once again to send out notices to any residents that are having property taken for the project. So those notices should be going out tomorrow to residents. And then I anticipate in March we're going to set up an order of taking for the board to undertake. And then the project now, it was initially slated to be advertised later this month. Because of this, it's going to be pushed back until about April. MassDOT was still optimistic that they could get this construction season in. So we can anticipate seeing advertising for that, later this spring.
Okay.
Well, that's good news.
Yep.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention, one of the holdups they faced was around turtle fencing. So they managed to get the turtle fencing within the easements, so we're good to go.
Great. Hey, well, I always forget this. We need to secure the rec department's Facebook page from Sue, and Gabby keeps asking me about it, and I keep saying we're working on it, but I need to know that we have a plan, or
Yeah, didn't you see Sue at a hockey game?
we need to probably ask her to come in. I know she's been traveling, and I'm
Yeah,
happy for that.
she's traveling this month. I did run into her at a UMass hockey game. That's a great place to actually find her. But she is, I think, visiting family down in the Carolinas for the month. So, speaking of Facebook, I did start a new Deerfield page.
Oh, great.
I don't want it to be out there too much yet because we've got to set up the sort of security settings on it. And
Sure.
Yeah, I may actually want to talk with you about, should we set up a Facebook group for that, or do we want it to be, it's attached to one of our email accounts, so we now have control over it.
Good.
One of the things that happened in the past was the last one, unfortunately, I think it was started through a private account, which you kind of have to do. It's
right.
But that person basically went the dodo bird, and so there was no full administration of that account anymore. So there was only partial. So there's no way to actually transfer it. So we're going to start a new one. And
I was wondering if we should do the same with the rec department one as well.
And that may be where we're going. It'll be interesting if Sue, if we can get a hold of her, and she has full administrative rights, we can transfer them.
That would be
wonderful. I'll work on that.
Okay, because Gabby asked me often. So
I just want to make sure that whatever we do in terms of how we set up the comment section, all that kind of stuff, because you don't want that just open the doors.
Open door, right?
Yeah, I'm even wondering whether we obviously can't provide a service without having a person that provides that service, and I don't even understand how we would even contemplate responses.
Right. Well, maybe it's very common to shut comments off.
Exactly. I mean, we had announced through there.
Yes. That's very common.
Yeah.
For public.
That's what I would.
That's
what I would
it.
prefer.
Only no discussion.
Usually we're announcements.
The only other thing, just while we're on the topic of social media, I did want to mention there was an interesting story in the Hampshire Gazette about another community that had lost their YouTube page in a similar fashion to Deerfield.
Oh.
And a benevolent Google employee from Springfield stepped in on their behalf. So we're going to be reaching out to that gentleman as well, see if they can bring our YouTube back from the dead. So it appears to just be an issue that people are facing now that AI presumably is scanning through videos and identifying ones that are problematic and not recognizing the full context.
Yes,
exactly.
Exactly.
Seems like AI should be able to scan through and find out the people who are actually doing the Zoom bombing and then get them.
We can hope that's coming.
Yes.
Our robot overlords will be after them.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Blake Gilmore, aye.
Tim Hilchey, aye.